is what you get.
Never mind what you seen.
Never mind what you heard.
It's seen and not heard. We here, and coming off of some spirited shoots from last week, right?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's one word for it.
Yeah, there was spirit. It was emphatic emotion.
For sure.
Some demonstrative emotion.
A lot of spirits.
Yeah. Double entendre. The spirits were there. Mm-hmm. I mean, shout out to everybody that feels like drinking is what is the antithesis of us raising the entertainment value. Thought we was all right before, but here we are, right?
Back again.
But
Fuck it.
what the people want is what the people want. So here we are.
Pull up.
We're live.
Drink.
Yeah. Thanks. You guys want us to fucking kill our livers?
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Mad supportive.
just like Nori, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just run up the bag, like do drink checks.
Oh my god, the drunk uncle era.
Like be abrasive, scream over each other, whatever it takes, gets the people going. But sometimes people crash out.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was a good segue.
See what you did
That was a
there.
good segue. Yeah. For those at home, his first movie doing Crash.
Yeah.
Crash.
Y'all remember Crash?
I do.
Yeah, yo, I remember him bringing up Crash fucking last year. And like, I was like, nigga, I hate that fucking movie.
Yeah. and on the watch back, I can understand hating it.
Yeah.
But so a lot of my hate for this movie comes from the fact that being black kid in a white household and my sister really loved this fucking movie. No shade to my sister. It was just like anything that my sister loved, I fucking hated.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like there was a few things.
This movie is mad racist.
Mad fucking racist.
So to come up in a household with
I remember showing her Do the Right Thing. I was like, yo, you like this? But fucking watch this, yo. Yeah.
But coming up in a household with multiple different cultures and watching somebody love the movie is like, why? Why you like this shit?
Yeah.
You like this because niggas is wearing they hate
Yo,
so
you
strong?
you think
Like,
you understand me better?
Like, yeah, Crash is tough.
I can't front though. Like I remember as like being younger, seeing it when it came out, and feeling like it was one of those first movies that I seen where it took like multiple different people's storylines and wound it together so like seamlessly.
I think that's what I loved about it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like like being younger, seeing it, I remember like I wasn't necessarily a kid, but being younger and seeing it, I remember it was one of those first movies that I saw that was like where that happened and it was like done seamlessly. And that's why the movie sticks out to me.
That's what I always told you. That's what I loved about it. I loved how it was just like interweaving and connecting. And it was so random, like it was
From the front to the end, like you know what I mean. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's so much stuff that like you see at the beginning that by the end of the movie, you like, oh, that's why the shit was like this. That's why they pay so much attention to this. Like the camera angles, this, like.
and I hate to say it, but it shows how much we're naturally hypocrites.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I mean? To be the giver or the issuer of hatred and the receiver of it. And like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, Loretta Devine, shout out to our last episode of Wait and Exhale, like Clutch Pearls. How mad the guy was when she said her name was Shaniqua.
Yeah.
Hang up on him like this is ridiculous. How could he be so disrespectful? But
At the end, yeah,
she getting her racist shit off because she got rear-ended.
she was
Quick
wild.
cast.
She did the. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
yeah.
like it was one of those things where it's like you look at people more objectively because it's like if you watch them for long enough, you're gonna see them do some shit you like, but also some shit you hate.
Both sides, yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
A lot of redeeming qualities. I mean, that's when we'll get to the cop character. God.
Look, so
Go ahead.
haven't watched it in fucking probably 20 years. You know what I'm saying? definitely, I don't want to say enjoyed the character, but the cop, I vividly remember the cop character, Michael Pena's character, the locksmith, which then and now to me, that's the movie. To me, that's like what I remember the most is the Michael Pena story. That's the only storyline to me. And now you fast forward, I have a daughter. That's the only storyline that like hit the hardest.
It's scary.
Yeah. Don Cheadle's the stuff with his mom and his brother, that was also something that I didn't really pay close attention to then. I paid closer attention now, and I ended up liking that plot too. But the stuff with the cop, his pops, and how he's just going through his everyday life, and then his former partner, seeing that, how he wanted to, I'm trying to get away from this dude because, he's prejudiced and all this other shit. But, this dude's a fucking veteran. He's been whatever. What did Keith David say about him? Like, he's been rewarded as a cop, like, for numerous times, He's like a hero, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what? So what? He's a little fucking disgruntled. Sexual assault is a little different. He was wilding. He was wilding the fuck out, yo.
Yeah, big wilding.
Yeah, he was wilding the fuck out with that. But, like, it's like those arcs that I pointed out, those stories are the fucking... The best in that movie, because like some of the other shit, like Sandra Bullock was like kind of pointless in this fucking movie. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like I hate to say it, but that was in no disrespect to your sister when I say this, that was like the white woman tears of the movie.
Yeah,
like it was like
suburban life,
like you know what I mean. Like it was like life's so tough.
Yeah,
like oh my god, like now I judge my employees. Now I judge my nanny. Life sucks. I don't even trust the people that are serving me.
Yeah. Because what was
like
it?
If you don't get your first world problems the fuck out of here.
That's what it was, right? They got carjacked by Luda.
Sure did.
And fucking, that's what. Yeah,
and that was a little wild too. Because they was kicking a lot of knowledge before they proceeded to a robbery. I didn't know.
Right into a stereotype.
I didn't think like, these, educated brothers from the bank was gonna be the niggas that was pulling the carjack. So
I'm glad that they didn't make Luda like look like he was Hotep.
Oh no, they did. He was just a Hotep hoodlum.
No. Like the mentality was one thing, but like the dress. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm glad that they kept it like, all right. He could be from anywhere in East LA or some shit like that.
For sure.
It's funny though, because you remember they was like, we don't look like thugs. You know what I'm saying? But then it was like, well,
you thugging.
You thugging.
But you thugging.
Yeah.
You thugging. You out here looking for.
You niggas have guns.
You don't look like kids. You know what I'm saying?
Like I wasn't ready for that. Like I mean, even though like I knew, like you know what I mean, like vaguely in the back of my head that was about to happen, it was still funny that moment when they're like, "Why are we not scared? Because we got guns. Let's go." Went right into action, like.
Yo, shout out to Lorenz Tate, because he's popped up in, this is probably like the fourth movie that we've done, third or fourth. Yeah.
I know he's
like in a lot of classics.
Like off rip, I'd say he's in Love Jones.
Yeah.
He's in Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents.
What else did we do that he's in? Because I think that's
something else.
I think that might be it. I think this is the third one.
Y'all never did Menace to Society?
Nope, not yet. Okay. Yeah, we did.
Oh, we haven't done Menace.
It's on the list. Yeah.
Word.
We still got classics to bring out.
Yeah, he's in a lot. He's in a lot.
And unfortunately, he brought the Love Jones lineup to this movie.
Oh, word. Yeah.
This is
the carryover.
This
When
before.
you think about it, the cast actually got mad people on it. Like,
oh no,
insane amount of people.
Before this just before he mastered getting a lineup. Yeah. But what's shout out to Terrence Howard.
Yo, this is a weird universe because it's like Hustle and Flow, him and
Luda,
Skinny Black, fighting in the bathroom. Is this the
very wild universe?
Skinny man.
My man that came up, you know what I'm saying? Pimpin' took him to Hollywood.
It's a fact.
He's a TV producer now.
Dead Presidents.
Oh, that's right.
Oh God. Yo, what the this shit get deep, yo. Hold on.
I forgot his name, but he was beating the shit out of Lorenzo.
Oh shit. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Skinny man.
Holy shit. But
well, there's a bunch of combos we could have, and I feel like we should touch upon them all.
Shoot.
So I'll go with first off. Let's start. Well, we're at Terrence Howard, bro. Like, what are you supposed to do?
No.
And
Yo,
what happened is foul.
So, I was having this conversation while watching because I watched it with my lady, and I had to really be like,
What do you expect of me?
but I was like, I'm glad that this has, like, God has never put me in this position because, like, I don't have that much composure.
Yo, right.
And, like, I would have probably crashed out.
Yeah.
Like, really, and did something that I would have learned.
And then you die.
To regret. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like that amount of rage that you got to keep under
Bottled
the
in
surface
at that moment, yeah.
to be able to, like, make what he did happen. Like, I don't have that.
Yo,
Your hand is up my wife's dress, bro.
Like,
that is
I don't
like
have that level of composure. So,
that's wild.
yeah, I would have threw it all away over that. Honestly.
I think the only thing that I hate about that whole storyline is that she was so hurt and so frustrated that she further attacked him.
Yeah,
That was nasty.
it
Like,
was nasty work.
like I was like,
Saying he's not black enough.
Yeah.
well, no, not even the black part, because that's more like that. I feel like they were equally footed in that part. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was like, well,
showing his
you
manhood.
like you were going through your blackness with the like you were exploring your blackness with the equestrian team, like whatever.
Yeah,
like
that
you're
was
just
funny.
as suburban as me. Like, we're on the board. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're both lacking melanin when it comes to like culture,
We're brothers.
cultural cachet.
We're happy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dead ass.
Give
But
me a high five.
but when it came to fucking her emasculating him,
That
like,
was
it's like,
terrible.
yo, man, like that cut deep.
That shit, yeah, it was like, it felt like a sword, yo.
And it put him over the edge.
Yeah.
And it put him in a lot of danger.
sure.
Furthermore, because he was living with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what leads to him fighting Luda and Lorenz and throwing him in the car and doing a chase. And then, like,
But I
all
felt
that is
like
that
it was
anger.
So ironic that, like, the people that he felt like comfortable, like, showing that side with at first was the people that looked like him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then he started wilding on the cops. But I'm like, all of that energy that you had pinned up over this
You wasn't going to have that with the white man.
with the white man.
Do you
know
think
what
it
I'm
would?
saying?
Do you think that would have went differently if the cop was black? Because I didn't even look at the cop as white at that moment. I looked at it as the cop is blue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if it was a black cop,
True.
I would have still felt like Terrence would have respected his handle, and like ate that bad situation was happening.
I
Yo,
feel like they just
sidebar, do
made
y'all
some-
hold black cops to, maybe it goes with it, do you hold black cops to a different standard?
I think cops are blue.
I do.
I do.
I wish I did. I don't. Cops are blue.
Yeah.
Like to me, I see blue, I see good, I see bad before I see color. Like, because there's probably some good cops that are white. There's probably some bad cops that are white. There's good cops that are black. I'll go all the way back to, like, I hate my gums because they black. You know what I mean? To be like, you could be that black cop. Like, you know what I mean? That, like, if I'm looking at you, like, you know, all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Facts.
So, you know what I mean? Like, you could have a badge and I'm thinking you about to help me out and you be, like, literally, like, I hate you. Like, you could be a self-hating person and I can't just, I can't assume because we're both brown that you gonna help me get home.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely don't assume that either. It's just from because you can't take your skin off. So it's like, my nigga, like, you take off that uniform, you could be just as easily accosted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta go like that down that route, but I mean, shit, I don't know. I'm wilding regardless. Like if I'm not cut, like, I ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. Put it that way. But I'm at minimum, I'm saying something.
That's such a fight or
At
flight.
minimum, I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and at minimum, verbally, I'm wilding. Like at minimum,
Is this
But I'm
body cam
crashing
era?
out over?
Is there body cams yet?
This era?
So I'm looking and I'm so
Even
even
like what 2004.
so even in my brain I'm like, damn,
Busy ass street.
oh my god,
Yeah.
like bro, like
And then also,
so out of pocket.
and I know like it's terrible to police how like,
That was a
Women
wild scene. That was a violating that scene. Can't lie.
but it's also like she got to know what circumstance she's in too. Like, cause she was
Oh,
running
no.
off crazy at the mouth.
That's very
That
true.
also put them in a situation where he had to do or say something.
I do not like the victim blame,
No.
but she
Absolutely not.
was complicit in escalating.
yeah, she
the
didn't have to hop
situation.
out. She didn't have to hop out.
Unfortunately, and this goes back all you gentlemen out there that are single, all you gentlemen out there include this in your selection process. Include judging shorty's conflict resolution skills. Include judging like when you get in a certain type of situation, like how she handles things is a representation of how she'll handle a lot of things that are further down that path of conflict and negativity. Like, you know what I mean? Like shorty that might throw a glass at you in the house might be the shorty that's gonna scream at the boys and throw caution to the wind. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you get a little too in your feelings for me, and that could cost me my life.
Make it dangerous for you and your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you like now I put a baby in you and now our kids are in danger because you don't have enough of a level head to be able to handle being in your feelings. I'm not saying don't have your feelings, but handle being in your feelings to the detriment of all of the greater good.
For sure.
Yeah. Shout out to the ladies that have enough composure.
Because that was a tough scene to rewatch. Like, I remember it from watching it the first time, but to watch it again, it was just like,
You have a wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Watching it now is gonna hit different
it
than in
hits harder.
2004
It put me in
when
a
you had
spot.
college
'Cause
parties.
it was like, yo, like, I don't have that. Like, I realized in that moment, like, I don't have that.
Yeah.
And I'm usually good with words and resolving things and having conflict resolution skills, but in that moment,
Gloves off,
all of
it's
that
your
would've
lady.
went out the window,
Yeah.
and I would have been wilding. And that's when I realized I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm not built that way.
Yo, the part that sucks is like now all the aggression that like it's just things compounding upon each other. And all the aggression that now you exude leads to all the force that follows it. You know what I'm saying? Because now all you're gonna hear is stop resisting, stop resisting. We had to subdue this guy. We had to tackle him. Now they're jumping you, or now they're shooting at you, or now all these things, these levels of aggression. But it's like, bro, you tried to like, bro, you really had your hand on my wife's dress in my face.
Like I didn't remember that part of it. I remember
Feeling
I'm
the
like,
whole
oh, I know he was handsy with her.
Nah.
But then like when I saw, I was just like, whoa. I was like, whoa. I was like, I don't remember that.
Like,
I'm
and
like,
you're taking it to a place like, bro, you're starting at her. You're starting
Yo,
at
DJ,
her.
fuck that
You're
nigga
starting
up.
at her upper torso and like you're framing you're framing
Bro,
the
you're not
silhouette
patting her down.
on the
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
And then by the time you get to the ankle, you work your way up the ankle and inner thigh, like and say you're surprised where I seen weapons. Like, bro, like there's a high chance that I'm just gonna have to die here.
dog. I wasn't
Like-
gonna say it. Yeah, nigga, I didn't
I'm
want to
not
be that
okay.
irrational, nigga.
No, I'm
I'm
not
not okay.
okay.
Yeah, nigga, I'm not okay.
But then again, I don't like. It's like I'm looking at his attempt to recover after, and I'm like, yo, officer, you destroyed my life, one way or the other. Because you killed me when you did that, because either I have to go crazy and then you actually kill me, or I get to be looked at as a bitch for the rest of my life and get no respect in my household. Because like she's like, oh, so all the nigga gotta do is put on a uniform for you not to defend me. I can't have my lady thinking that of me.
Fam,
That's
it's
crazy.
painful.
I felt so bad for him because I was like, I'm like, you know how you watch a podcast and you get in the conversation? Like, I'm like yelling, like, and I'm not a yell at the TV stereotypical black man, like, but I'm What do you want him to do?
Yeah. So I was gonna say something. It's as a man, it is very painful to watch your lady go through something excruciating. So for me, biggest example was just when Ayla was on her way. We're in the hospital and it's COVID baby, so you got all these restrictions and all this other shit. Yo, just like watching her mom, because I mean we're in love at the time, yo, but watching her mom like in the pain that she was in, and just them not being able to really, just watching her go through it, I'm just like, yo, like I felt so compelled that I need to do something. So I can't imagine like just being right there with your lady, just watching her have to fucking go through something.
And even if the staff
that's
is
embarrassing
helpful,
or painful or both, like
even if the staff is helpful during childbirth, it's like, I hate to say it, but it's chopping wood and carrying water.
Yeah,
like it's so routine to them that it's like they may be nice people, but their level of empathy could still be very routine.
Yeah.
yes,
And like there's nothing you could do, like, you know what I mean, and you're just sitting there like you're so powerless.
yeah.
And she's literally like risking her life to give you legacy. Shout out to the ladies, you know,
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all never think that men appreciate y'all, like
For
I
sure.
feel like if you watch a woman give birth, and especially if you've done it multiple times, you can't help but have to have like some reverence for the ladies that gotta like bring children into this world.
For sure.
It's not an easy task in no way.
Nigga, it doesn't matter how long we haven't been together. If I ever get a phone call of any duress,
yeah, gotta look out.
6 p.m. news, nigga.
Right.
6 p.m. news, nigga. It's what it is.
That's a sidebar conversation, and we gonna get back to that after we film.
Okay.
Nah, for sure.
Word. Because it's like, I know, you know what I'm saying, you and your wife, I know Welch family,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you and your lady, like, it's just, it's not for I don't know, I don't want to use this term loosely, but for a real nigga, that shit it fucking hurts, yo, not being able to do something for the person
sure.
that you love, yo.
That's a
like,
fact.
oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Like torture.
Yeah.
I knew that scene was gonna be heavy, and I mean that's why when we think about the suburban version of it, it's just not as impactful.
Word.
Like to see Sandra Bullock get kind of shoved out the car, and he was able to just pick her up. You know what I mean? It's like I'm sorry, but my empathy meter, even like I had no like, and if you think about it, getting robbed is similar to being assaulted
It's traumatic.
in that regard. Like I would not want to be at gunpoint getting robbed with my lady, and like, you know what I mean? Like she's gonna look at you the same way, kind of. Like you, but not as much. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Because you got a gun, so it's a little different.
But of course, but the essay, like, you know what I mean? Like the essay in your face.
That shit is
Like, I hate to say it, but that historically bring you back to like dudes having to watch their wives get like assaulted, like as in slavery days. You know what I mean? Like, it takes you all the way historically to just being like powerless as a people, and the whole. I ain't trying to go there, but the whole emasculating of the black man type,
Oh my
all
God. Yeah.
that,
Yep.
Facts.
all that goes. Whew.
Yep.
But I mean, like, guys, watch Crash, because that scene is a conversation in itself that could just take us down the whole length of the pod. But if we continue on, what will we
I mean, we could get right into.
Yo, it's odd that the cop. I mean, like both cops. Like one cop starts as the villain,
Yeah.
other cop starts as the hero.
Yeah.
And the roles reverse by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's ironic because you get the poignant scene when he's like, "Yo, just keep working.
Yeah.
Like, wait a little while, you'll find out who you really are."
Yep.
Yo.
Shout out Ryan Felipe and Matt Dillon. What is it? Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon, yeah.
They did their thing, yo.
Yeah.
Real talk, like in terms of like playing those roles that they were in.
Yeah.
Like
Matt Dillon's super underrated, I think.
Yo, what was Terrence Howard's
Easy to hate.
wife's name?
Sandy Newton.
Andy Newton, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's her real name.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to her.
Facts.
always had like a little psych.
Nah, no,
Yo, she's like she's like
Nah,
Zoe
nah.
Zoe Saldana
Saldana,
Senior to me.
Yeah, yo,
She's like her big sister.
She was in
Westworld.
yeah, but she was also back in the day. She was what was that movie that Beloved?
Is she in Beloved? Okay.
Oh, she is in Beloved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was like the first movie I saw her in.
word.
Yeah, she's just like a classically pretty woman to
Not,
me.
I fuck with Andy Newton. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, she's fire.
Skinny John.
Yeah.
I could vibe with that. I could
Yeah,
vibe with
I
that.
rock with that aisle in the grocery store. It's a good product there.
I was gonna say if you want to talk about the Michael Pena storyline, get into that
Yeah.
because I ain't gonna hold you. That heavy. I ain't gonna lie. Cried.
When I
Watched
say
it with my daughter, I ended up having it was Daddy Daughter Day on one of the days I was watching, and I totally, I forgot how I remembered parts of that whole storyline, but I forgot how crazy it was. Nigga, we sitting there enjoying fucking chicken nuggets and shit, and I'm
you're right.
Yeah, man.
Choked up.
I start breathing heavy. I'm like, nah, man, because it's two parts.
Yeah.
I know we're jumping around, but
No.
it's two parts that fucked with me. It's the obvious when he pulls the trigger as she jumps into. Actually, no, it's three parts, yo, because it's the bedtime story shit. Him just seeing a dad do like a relatable story. Like he's a hood dude, so he's like, oh no, you're not about to believe that shit. Like that shit that I do with my daughter, yo.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's that I was like, oh, it's heartwarming, and then the shield. So he gives her the shield and all that, but then when dude pulls the trigger,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Lost it
The
But-
scariest.
when
Okay.
when Persian dude talks to his daughter.
Yeah.
And
You
he's
see the
like,
blinks.
yo, as much as Michael Pena was like, yo, this is my guardian angel, like his daughter, he's like, no, like
She saved me.
she's.
yeah.
It was
Oh,
over
yeah,
after
Waterworks,
that.
Waterworks.
Nigga, I got up. I got up, went to the bathroom. Yo, I was bugging, bro, bugging.
And then you go in the register and you see the blanks.
Yeah.
Shorty had put the
Oh,
blanks
yeah.
in the gun so that
Yeah.
Daughter
it's
was
just
thinking fucking 10 steps
But I
ahead.
was thinking
yo.
about it. Made me think back to that scene where she was in the store.
She knew what she
and
was
they
getting.
Yeah, they wasn't giving them no respect in the store, and then dude was like, "You know what these are, right?"
Yeah, and she was like, yeah.
give me them shit.
She
You know what I'm
knew.
saying?
She knew
They
it said
knew they
blinks on
was
it.
that,
I mean,
yeah.
one time for more harassment, because Jesus. Like, yo, this dude went from derogatory and disrespectful
And
to
it's post 9/11. Like, we
mad
are very-
mad sex puns.
Word. Yeah.
How much bang can you handle? Whatever fits in the hole.
Yeah.
Yo, he was on her body once her dad got out the shop.
Insane.
Like I was like, yo, dudes can be creeps, yo. Like I feel bad for the ladies
Like, he
that have to
called him
like
Osama,
endure
right?
such wild shit.
He called him Osama?
Yeah. He said like he said playing Gaza on your own time or some wild shit like that. Like he went crazy. Like yo, niggas was
Wild relevant
Yo.
to
Yeah.
times right now.
Crazy.
So when I my question for you guys about the Michael Pena scenes,
He went through a lot.
very but the daughter under the bed scene. There's a very cautionary tale of the tooth fairy theory and all the flowery stories you tell your children, because she bought into it and she jumped up to get shot behind a nighttime wholesome story, and she was really locked in to the point that she was like, that's what saved him. I can save him. And if those weren't blanks, like, bro, you killed your daughter from a story. And it's like,
This nigga just went there, yo.
am I tripping? No, I'm just saying, like, it makes me
No.
think of all like, yo, tell these stories at your own risk and make sure that they're harmless stories. Because that is a very beautiful thing to hand over that's very harmful. So it's like, yo, never give your kid a harmless fairy tale that they lock into to the point that, like, it hurts them.
I mean, well, truthfully, for me, it's more so like I can only speak for like my household.
For sure.
But like we don't tell those stories of like mythological figures like Santa
Got it.
Claus and Easter.
Oh yeah, I
Bunny and
don't
the
do
Tooth
that
Fairy.
either.
Heard
Because
you.
I feel like you just condition your kids to believe lies. You know
Gotcha.
what I'm saying? And like there are harmful effects of that down the line because, you know, I don't know. I even think about with Santa Claus. It's like you feel like you get something for nothing. You know what I mean? Like where everything comes from somewhere. So if you got something, it came out of
You
somebody's
earned it,
pocket.
right? For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
That's how we were.
Somebody
with Ayla.
earned it, and, then
And someone
you gotta earn
sacrificed
it.
for you to be able to have
so
it.
it's like
Yeah.
when you set your kids up with those mindsets, like those carry. Like that's not just like something.
Like
that
you don't want them
say
to
and
be
it doesn't
delusional.
happen.
You want them to have appropriate gratitude.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, and I feel like there's a lot of stories that we tell and we pass down that have damaging effects on the rearing of our children. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? And if you're not aware of those things, you just further passing that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, when we were planning our daughter, bro, we definitely were in that like, you know, what type of parents are we gonna be like? And I was big on I don't. She's obviously gonna exist in a world where other kids believe in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, so on and so forth. But we're not gonna reinforce it.
Yeah, you don't have to be the hater.
Yeah,
But
we
you definitely
hate, but it's just like, yo, mom and dad got you this shit. You know what I'm saying? And like she doesn't, you know, she knows her parents work and shit like that, but like teaching and instilling, like you said, at a young age, like certain like core values and shit like that, like knowing somebody sacrificed for it is very fucking important. Because of what I'm seeing now, she'll be 5 at the end of this year, but like even conversations with my fucking 4-year-old, where she don't ask me for shit like how I see other kids her age asking their parents. Like I work in the public essentially, and I'm just like, like I see it. Like kids be just this, that.
Gimme,
like,
gimme.
And my daughter just be like, if we get her something on the whim, if it costs $1, if it costs $100, bro, she's with it. She's like, oh my God, this is the fucking greatest thing ever. Thank you so much. But when she asks for things, she asks for, hey, do you think that this is, you think you can get me this for Christmas? Like it's always either Christmas or birthday. It's never anything else.
Very appreciative.
Yeah, and like again, she knows that the Easter Bunny isn't real. She knows Santa isn't real, but she still goes along with it. Yeah, like she'll still be like, oh, like I might ask Santa for something, but I know you, mom, and grandma are gonna get me.
For her,
get me
she
stuff.
looks at it not like as a festive figure.
Festive, yeah. There you go.
Not a mythological
Yes.
thing that controls the holiday.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, it's cute. Like it comes with it.
It's exactly.
You do an Easter egg hunt. It's fun. Like, haha.
They decorate their apartment door every
Right.
holiday and shit, and like she's in it for all of that, the arts and crafts and the for the vibes.
For the vibes, right.
She's there for the vibes, straight up. It's definitely my baby,
Quality.
Hell yeah.
Whew. Good convos, bro.
Yeah.
Like I knew this movie would do that, but
No, it's and it's funny. So when you look up anything, because I'm sure you went and did like just quick little YouTube searches and shit. It's the whole Crash Sucks movement. I mean, it goes back as old as the movie is, but the writer director Paul fucking Haggis, yeah. I mean, he's a legend in his own right.
He's done a lot.
But I saw something that he was like, this movie was supposed to be a social experiment. Like a lot of the characters don't even have a last name. When I looked up the IMDb, it's just first names, and there's no real like narrative. It's just
it's a bunch of random interweaving storylines.
like they said, shit just crashing into
the movie
each other.
starts. The movie starts in the middle and ends in the middle.
Yeah,
It just keeps going and then it stops because it's like, how do we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, but when you think about a crash, that's kind of
That's
like
life.
what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I was always
And I mean,
using,
how many crashes were there in the movie?
like actual crashes?
I know there was one at the end.
It's 3, right?
Yeah, I said
Is it 3?
Yeah, I thought 3.
Because Loretta Devine.
Oh,
The
yep.
one in the beginning with the
They run over the Asian guy that was trafficking. Yo, we didn't even.
There's 4.
Andy
The
Newton,
human
too.
trafficking was. Oh yeah, 4. Yeah. 4. Yep.
There's 4. Because then the other one, when the cop gets the redeeming side, she's in a car crash.
Yep. But yo, the human trafficking shit.
Yeah, that fucked me up at the end.
Crazy.
Where they opened the van and there was
because these
people in
niggas
there.
is committing a crime.
Wow.
Then they commit just hitting them and then dropping them off while he's committing a crime.
Yeah.
Bro, and then Buddy, this is just the weirdest part was when he tries to bring the van to the chop shop. The look on dude's face is like, okay, yo, y'all into chopping exotic cars and all this other shit, whatever, right? But my nigga, you saw a fucking van full of immigrants,
It's all with dollars.
and
But that's like, yo, you're not a like, no, you're not specific to crime. You're a criminal.
I mean,
Like he was like, oh,
true.
there goes the lick. That's a hustle. Like,
But
you know
yo,
what I mean?
I find it weird that there's not weird, but maybe it's just because California's so big, so it's like there's more people, more crime, so on and so forth. But how many movies have I personally seen where the human trafficking element in California is such a fucking thing? Like a lot of movies, like another one, Street Kings. Like Street Kings, that was a huge
I'd imagine
thing.
places that have like border control issues, for lack of better words, or
Word.
very close to borders.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of
Like that's crazy. My man
dicey
said,
things
"Yo,
that are
I'll give you."
gonna happen.
He said, "Fuck the van. I'll give you 500 a fucking person."
wild.
Nigga, just like anything in life, yo. If a nigga willing to pay you X, oh, it's really worth fucking Y. So like, yo, he's getting off, only giving you 500.
And dude already had chicken. The Asian dude was already paid for just
Already-
He didn't even like
he
the
just had to
transaction
deliver.
wasn't even done.
Yeah,
Like, cause he was like he's hurt. He's like, yo,
Cash
babe,
that shit
babe,
now.
get the check. Babe, get the check. Go cash that.
nasty.
Crazy.
Yo, that's
Big business.
potentially your like, cause I don't want to fucking misrepresent different Asian cultures, but I can only help but to think like that's your own people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in because the dude at the chop shop, he made an off remark. He was like, "Oh nah, they're Cambodian." He's like, "They're not Chinese." He's like, "You don't know shit, yo." And it's just like, well, you know, respectfully, I can tell some cultures apart, but like that's a very close culture, yo. But aesthetically, yo, like you're selling your own people, bro.
Yeah. It's heavy.
Like
heavy.
And there's a few of those in this movie where it's like it's smaller subplots that are just connected to the overarching fucking storylines. But like that was one that I was like, God damn, they glossed over that real fucking quick.
But I mean, okay, so if we're even gonna go with the smaller storylines, Sandra Bullock, like, because I feel like her story was
Very vanilla.
the least significant of them all. But
Probably the most stereotypical.
look at how, two people of Latin or Hispanic descent, but one you judge, one you don't judge as much. Like how often we can slide the goalpost. You're not saying much to your nanny, but you feel this way about bro.
About bro, yeah.
Like it's like no, that's a good one of the good ones because
You're giving her
She's
microaggressions and you're giving him hell. Yeah. Blatant racism.
blatant
Yeah.
stereotypical energy off rip.
Like the fucking gangbanger with his fucking pants hanging off his ass. Like, damn.
I need the locks changed.
Like,
tomorrow.
y'all, I'm right here.
Yeah, word. And then
Like,
she
I'm
walked
right here.
in there and he was just sitting there. It was like, damn, bro. Like, and he dropped off the keys, like, just so
And
you don't think.
once again, another thing about the selection process, because if homie was as crazy as you thought, you was putting your man in a spot to have to deal with homie. So back to the selection process, like, yo, you could have said all that after homie slid.
Yeah.
Simple.
like you're putting me in a spot to defend your honor again. Like, and I'm not saying cats shouldn't defend their lady's honor. I'm just saying, like, you're kind of you're creating a hostile situation.
Yeah.
How about both? Because these are now. This is two jobs dealing with race. So Don Cheadle's investigation, and then also Brendan Fraser and his political team. Or his PR team having to handle where he was like, "Yo, why the fuck did this guy have to be black?" Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I think it shows when a person is not necessarily labeled as a racist, like race still comes into play. Because he was just on some like, man, like we could have got robbed by some white people.
Yeah, it's optics.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Optics.
Like,
yeah.
It just puts me in a light now. That if I defend my lady and I defend a crime being done against us, now I'm the white guy defending against black people, and now it's white versus black.
Yeah, like,
when I didn't need the white versus black undertone, when I could have just been like, yo, if it was white on white, I could have been like, yo, I don't want criminals to be robbing people for their cars, and you would have never had this whole other element play a factor into it. And it's like it's just like when we looked at Higher Learn. It's like, yo, sometimes the people that are not bought into racism like that still have to deal with race no matter what.
Absolutely.
Man, what else?
Sandra Bullock's one was the one that it was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just very, very surface level, you know.
Yo, I think okay, the bravado of manhood. I think it shows heavily in the dad that's the store owner. Cause bro, you're not really astute enough to be conducting everything dolo. And you need an assistant. You need a translator, no racial when I say that. But like a lot of self-inflicted wounds when dude was just trying to tell you to get a door. And like you're utilizing your language skills just enough to disrespect somebody. Like, oh, you got a friend that sells doors, you're trying to hustle me. Like, it's like, nah, bro. Like, I'm just telling you, like, it's not gonna work. Like, you need
It's
a door.
a crazy racket though. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's wild.
Yo, Chad do the locks. You make the keys, nigga. I got the doors.
I ain't mad at the hustle.
You know what
but
I'm
come on,
saying?
bro. Like, yeah, like you heard it from your wife that the door won't close.
Yeah.
You thought it was the lock. Now, if the locksmith is giving you his professional opinion and telling you, like, yo, bro, you have an issue with the door, I just put a new lock on it.
too.
Like, you got mad. Like, you blamed him for your problem. You looked in your garbage
Everybody's
and
temper was
uncrumpled
so
the
short in this
paper,
movie.
uncrumpled the paper and looked up his name enough to find his crib. Like, that's crazy. Like, you laid on him, pause. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you stalked him and all that. Like, you was willing to take it wherever it went. And if your daughter hadn't loaded blanks in the gun, you would have been a murderer because you misunderstood. What's your word? Accountability. Like, yo, bro, come on.
Yeah. Pops was wilding.
He was out of pocket.
And if his daughter wasn't so invested
Ahead
in
of
his
him.
best interest, he would have made a decision he would have regretted immediately.
And
Immediately.
And it's wild too.
He would have seen the blood coming out of that baby's back. He would have been like, he'd been ready to. It would have been murder suicide.
Yeah.
He would have killed himself.
When their shop got raided, well, not raided, but broken into, when the mom is like, yo, we're not Muslim. She's like, yo, we're Persian. Like, yo, being from that culture or being from that region of the world and just culturally having to fucking explain the differences.
Everyone is misjudging. Like, at the end of the day, like, the takeaway is like, you know, not to be all after school moment on it, but like, racism is just wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it sounds very easy and like on the nose to say
Racism is
you know,
wrong.
but it is like, it's like, yo, like, how many people were strong and wrong when you're watching it? Like, it's like people were adamant about things that they were so inaccurate about.
For sure.
Like, people were going crazy and like dying on hills left and right and not getting anything right and not giving a damn that they were wrong. Nobody was like changing their stance or nothing. It was just like, this is what I believe in, fuck it. And I think like that's the bigger, like when you say it was like the movie was like a social experiment, like it's like, yeah, bro, like you could just see like the hierarchy point is like everybody's wrong.
I feel like one of the themes that I came across when I was kind of trying to like synopsize the movie, it was just like, we're not our best or our worst moments. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're somewhere in the middle.
in between. You know what I mean? And
Although-
we have to see it play out for each character in some kind of way.
Although, shout out to the cops redeeming moment, but you are kind of defined by your worst moment. If your worst moment is to like randomly just pull the SA card out, because there's no bad day that made them have to like fondle that lady. Like that. He was so out of pocket.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, it sucks that a guy that could be that terrible could simultaneously be a hero later down the week.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why is that in you to do that? And still in you to risk your life and really be like the protect and serve guy. Shit is wild to me. Like, I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like in theory, I'm like, yo, the cop that shot somebody literally could have been like, rescue the cat out the tree ass, like help an old lady cross the street ass.
Weird extremes,
like,
but we live in an extreme world.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
But you just never see both.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yo,
If
if
you're
I'm
watching long enough, you will.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean?
be the hero, live long enough to be the villain.
Yeah, because I always feel like even someone that you don't like, right? If you were to watch them for 24 hours a day, they're gonna do something that you agree
You want to see them be nice to their mama.
with. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Something that's gonna make you think like, oh, this person might not be as bad as I'm depicting them to be in my mind.
It's a fact.
Doesn't mean they're not that bad person that you think they are, but
But you stuck it out long enough to see redeeming qualities.
exactly. You know? And I feel like it was that with this movie. Either someone started out the hero and turned into the villain at some point, or was the villain that turned into the hero.
Yo, no disrespect to Lorenz getting murdered. Could he have not articulated himself better in that
He
car?
definitely could have. Like,
I'm not trying to blame him for getting killed, but
like in his car after he giving you a ride, just like explain your laughter.
like yo,
Yeah, he could have easily
like he
been
could have
like,
just been like, yo, it's
I believe-
ironic.
yeah, I believe
it's
in that
ironic.
shit
I
too.
feel the same
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like
and then
I
you
feel like
reaching in your pocket while you just got
Scary.
picked up on the side of the road.
I'm gonna
That's
show
a
you,
bad decision.
motherfucker, or whatever he
like
says.
yeah, like why
ah.
was it like it was the aggression. Oh, I hate victim blaming.
Nah,
but the aggression, like
yeah,
I'm
and
like,
but it's
I didn't
fucked
know
up,
where
though,
you
'cause
was.
You gotta
I
know
didn't-
where you at.
I didn't know how you
Yeah.
was carrying it.
His situational
Like I didn't know what
awareness
was.
was bad.
I didn't know what was coming off the hip.
Exactly.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
A
you
nigga yell at me like
keep
that,
driving,
bro.
goddamn it!
What
Like
you
you,
thinking though in the car? If you're the driver, what
Right.
you thinking, bro? Like I wouldn't have gave him no opportunity to get his hand in his pocket.
like you
either.
sound like you're coming
It's me,
from.
Chad.
You sound like the guy
You
that.
think I'm doing? Yeah.
But yo, you sound like the guy that comes from grateful for a ride to all of a sudden like I'm hearing the tone or the tonality that you had when you was at Sandra Bullock in them and at Lorenz.
exactly.
So I'm hearing the hold up energy. I'm hearing like, oh, this is about to be a stick up. Like all of a sudden now I'm thinking like you're about to put the gun to me, like you're making me drive somewhere, you're kicking me out of my own car. Like I'm thinking all of that just from the tonality switch. Like it got different.
Yeah, yo, the cop though, he you know, profiling,
Whew.
looking at the shoes. Oh, what are you doing on this side of the valley or whatever the fuck?
Well,
Oh, I'm
he's-
out there ice skating. So you know, obviously, you know, Lorenz is lying for a reason and
tattered jacket because I
Yeah.
mean it got like from the hopping over the fence. So it's like yo, ripped clothes running through like where are
shit.
you
Yeah, a
running
little
from?
dirty.
Like you
yeah,
know like
middle of the night.
we looking a little sketchy, bro. What's going on?
Yeah.
But would you
also-
not think that?
But
if
also,
you was the driver,
also,
as a black man,
all racism aside, yo, I'm not picking up no fucking.
hitchhiker ever. Like yeah, what?
like and you like bro, you've been on phone with me multiple times and see me you know, try to contribute to panhandlers and hope for the best or however that goes. But that don't happen after dark.
Word,
I don't play those games.
Word.
Like we don't even get close to those games.
word.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a daylight situation, and it's scary enough in daylight. I hate to say it, like anybody could come right from behind the cardboard sign with the "Ya mean." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, yo, honestly, bro, I probably not even probably. I ain't gonna front. I definitely enjoyed rewatching it. The couple times that I watched before the pod. Still, I do have the feeling like, you know, the white savior type of movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I seen comparisons online between this and Green Book. Now, I stayed away from Green Book for years. I've probably been out 5 years at this point. I stayed away from it for years. I just watched it probably within like the last month. I was sick. You know, everybody caught that fucking virus bullshit. So I was at the crib sick for a couple of days, caught up on some shit, ended up watching that. I fucked with Green Book.
I never seen that.
Word.
but I'm aware of the story.
Yeah, and the stories, and it's funny. So, not to make it about that, but Come to find out, the Italian dude that was driving, I don't know if you watched Sopranos, but Tony Lip, who was the driver in in Green Book, he became one of the mob. He's one of the mob bosses in Sopranos, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, because at the end of the movie they show like the real photos and shit. And I'm like, yo, that's fucking, yeah, I'm like, yo, that's my man, yo. I was like, get the fuck out of here, yo. Did the little dead IMDb shit, yo. I'm like, stop playing, yo. Like, what type of fucking small world? So to me, while they try to say like Green Book is like white savior, it's not as white savior as like maybe this feels like, yo. And like, I don't care if we don't watch it for this. I think it's just a good watch, yo, because it's just a good movie, bro. And these dudes was friends in real life, like, so it wasn't like the movie did so much like fake posturing. It wasn't like that, yo.
So what would you grade it if you had to give it a grade?
Green Book?
No, this one.
This one? Oof. On the rewatch, I'll still probably like I like to do it out of 5. I'll still give it like a 3. I'll give it like a 3 out of 5, yo. Just right in the middle.
Like 60%?
About 60%, but it's more like 60 plus.
Yeah, I was about to say I'd give it the low 4.
Word, okay.
Low 4.
Word.
Like, and I think I don't know, something in like just the fact of like the relatability of seeing like the Terrence Howards and the Lorenz Tates and the Ludas. Like, I think like that was really, I mean, we just talked about how many movies they're collectively in.
Right.
So I think like that was really cool when I was younger. So that was cool, and the overlapping of the stories was cool when I was younger. So I think it lost a bit of the luster, but it gained so much in substance for me. Yeah. Just because of your older perspective to see some of the things.
Aged well.
Yeah.
The movie to me is still just glossy.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I took it to the beginning of the pod where I'm like, yo, my sister had never seen Do the Right Thing, but she's like, oh, this movie. I'm like, nah, but like there's shit like this that been out.
And it's like how many?
A little bit more. I like the grittier shit.
I think it's because there's so many storylines at once that it's difficult to like be as in depth. I mean, like we had like a hell of a conversation just off of some of the more poignant scenes that would have been able to be like dug into more if they had less. Like, I mean, like the Loretta Devine storyline or the father of the cop, or like, you know, there's a bunch of things that like you shave 10 minutes off here and there and you could probably get a better movie as far as depth and quality.
Oh yeah.
I was saying about a B-.
Yeah.
So like, it'd be on par with like your 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as...
It wasn't as cringe as you thought the rewatch was going to be.
Nah. And it wasn't as bad as like the criticisms that I read of the reviews like of the time. You know what I mean?
For sure. I just, and that goes into like all that movie award politics on bullshit,
But on that note, right?
Yeah, that was it.
On that note,
did that.
Shout out to Royal Soul.
What you see is what you get.